Welcome in to Tiger Den Sports. I'm your host, Jason Darcy, also known as the Blind Tiger. And in today's show, we're going to talk about the Saints. Is it time for a rebuild, tear it all down, start over? We're going to talk about aging players. And there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. The salary crisis for the Saints as well. So before we go any further, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button, share button, and turn on notification bell so you don't miss any live streams coming your way. So today, we're going to talk about just a few players. We'll start with a few players first because the Saints has an aging roster. I mean, I believe they are the 30, like they 1 through 32, they are ranked last in age. They're the oldest team in NFL. Mickey Loomis don't seem to think so. In his interview, he says he don't believe that, which is stupid if you ask me. I don't really care for Mickey Loomis as a general manager. I know he had those 15 years with Sean Payton and Drew Brees, but I think Sean Payton and Drew Brees covered up a lot of his mistakes. But anyway, Saints has an aging roster. You got Cameron Jordan, who's over 30. You have Tyrann Mathieu, who's 30 years old now. You got a lot of wear and tear on the tires. Marcus May is older. Andres Pete, Ryan Ramczyk, Michael Thomas, Demario Davis. I mean, that's just a few players I mentioned right now. That's a lot of older players. It's okay to have older players like this, veteran leadership, if you have young guys to build around and you're ready to win. Right now, the Saints are a mediocre team. You know what this team reminds me of? Y'all might not think so, or y'all might, I don't know. But the Saints team right now, the past 2 years, reminds me of the old Aaron Brooks teams, where they were mediocre. They won 8, 9 games, barely missed the playoffs. Those types of teams. And y'all let me know in the comments if y'all feel the same way I do. Just type Y for yes, N for no. Whatever y'all think. I just like to hear from y'all. But it's an aging roster. I don't see where the Saints can win right now. They're going to be a mediocre team until they start a rebuild because they don't have the talent to go around these veterans. So what's the point of keeping them around? I mean, really, if you think about it, you have these veterans that's ready to win a championship. I mean, even if you think about Marshawn Lattimore, he's 27 years old, 28 years old. He's not like the oldest, but you don't even know if he's going to be on the team. There's always rumors about him getting traded. So does he want to be on New York, on the Saints, or does he want to play for another team? I don't know. But right now, let's just talk about the young guys you have. You got Chris Olave, who's what, 23, 24? You got the other receiver. It's slipping my mind. The one that made the Pro Bowl. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't think of his name right now. But he's 23 years old. The punt returner for the Saints. You got Paulson Adebo, Alante Taylor, who's really young. You got the 2 defensive linemen you drafted this past year. So you got Eric McCoy, who's still young, Cesar Ruiz, who's still young. But count that. That might be 7 players, 6 players. You got Kendra Miller, who's a young running back. But nobody to really push for playing time, push you to get better. I mean, they're young, yes. But are they talented enough to get the Saints to where you need to be? I don't know. Yes, I think you don't get rid of Paulson Adebo or Alante Taylor are the two rookie defensive linemen you drafted, or Chris Olave, Kendra Miller, and that receiver I still can't remember his name. If y'all remember his name, y'all leave a comment. I'm gonna find out after I exit the show. Man, what is his name? Oh well, y'all just leave a comment and let me know. But that's 6, 7 guys right there who you can build around. But right now, you Cameron Jordan is not producing at the level he should because he's older, and you can't count on him to do it every time because he is older. Tyrann Mathieu, Marcus May. I mean, these guys are ready to win, but they need to be on a team where they have younger superstar talent. And the Saints right now don't have that superstar talent. So these veterans won't help you get to where you want to be. So I believe it's time for a rebuild. Y'all let me know if y'all think the Saints, if it's time for the Saints to rebuild or not. Y'all let me know. I think it's time for a rebuild because you're not going to win right now with the way the roster is. And I forgot another veteran, Derek Carr, who's 32 years old. He's not going to cut it either. He's not going to win you a Super Bowl if you're the New Orleans Saints. I don't know why Mickey Loomis and the Saints think they're going to win with Derek Carr. I don't know why they think they're going to win with the team they have. I don't know if they're just being stubborn. I don't know if they just trying to show people we're doing it my way and that's it, whether we lose or win. I don't know, but it's not a good thing for the Saints. But and then you think about, let's talk about the salary crisis the Saints have. They're $80 million above the salary tax right now, or the salary. Yes, every single year they seem to get it down to where they need it to be. But how long can you live like that? How long can you keep surviving like that? I think it's time that Mickey Loomis and everybody that's in the front office gets together and says, look, this can't work no more. Let's tear it up, tear it down. Let's take our lumps for a year and move on. We can't keep pushing these salaries down the road like they've been doing. Every year it's this person restructured the contract. It's going to be more money 2 years from now. This person restructured the contract. It's going to be 3 years from now. Like Cameron Jordan, he's going to be owed $22 million after the end of the year. I think Alvin Kamara is going to be owed $15 million. And there's a few other guys. I mean, I can't really think of everybody right off the top of my head, but y'all know what I mean. You keep pushing it down the road. How can you really build a franchise team that's gonna make a Super Bowl, that makes playoffs every year? Look at the Baltimore Ravens. They don't do that, and they're in the playoffs every year. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They don't keep restructuring the contracts. They have veterans with young guys that's ready to win. It doesn't hurt that they got Patrick Mahomes, who the Saints should have had. You even look at Buffalo. They're not restructuring contracts and in a bind every year. The Saints are the only team I can think of. And I'm not saying other teams don't restructure contracts. That's not what I'm saying. But the Saints do it in a way that it's harmful more than helpful. And if they don't get it straight, I don't see them ever doing anything good right now. I think it's time to trade Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, you might be able to get a first round pick for him, but even if you get a second or third round pick, that's good too to rebuild. Tyrann Mathieu. I love Tyrann Mathieu. He played for LSU. But it's time to trade him. Get a third or fourth round pick. Cameron Jordan. I mean, I know he wants to retire on the Saints. I know Saints fan wants him to retire. He's been there his whole career. But at a certain point, it's a business, and you have to help your team. And if he's not helping no more or contributing, it's time to let him go. I would trade him. You might get a third or fourth round pick for him. Alvin Kamara, trade him. You might get a second round pick. So y'all see what I'm saying? Like even Michael Thomas, he hasn't played for the Saints in years. He might have played a few games here and there. Trade him too. I know trying to trade him with the contracts and all this that the Saints have, you might be eating a lot of money, but it's only gonna last for a year, maybe two at the most. And you take your lumps now, you get back to under the salary cap like you're supposed to, and then you go from there. You draft well. For a while, the Saints drafted really good. I mean, but I don't know. It's a lot going on with the Saints. Y'all let me know if y'all think the Saints should rebuild or not, or if y'all even care about the salary crisis, or if you think they should keep restructuring contracts. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. I just told y'all what I thought. Y'all don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button and notification bell so y'all don't miss any up live streams coming your way. Um, and I mean, one more thing. I mean, I wasn't going to talk about this, but Dennis Allen as the head coach. I don't think you ever win in a Super Bowl with Dennis Allen. He's not Sean Payton. The Saints franchise are they trying to run it like they had Sean Payton and just like Sean Payton did, but you can't. You got to be your own self. And Dennis Allen is not a, a great head coach. He's a great defensive coordinator, but he's not a great head coach. He wasn't a great head coach with the Raiders, and he's not a great head coach with the Saints. He's a mediocre coach. Um, that's all he's going to be. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about the show. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all hit the subscribe button now. All right, let's see if I can end this.